I never meant to give you mushrooms, girl. I never meant to bring you to my world. And now you're lying in the corner, crying. I never meant to give you mushrooms, girl. I never meant to bring you to my world. Now you're lying in the corner crying. And now it's my fault, my fault. Okay, so hello everyone. My name is Michael. Thanks for tuning in. Alright, so this is an addendum to the Why is my cock so hairy video, because I didn't really convey the message that I wanted to convey. I got all sidetracked with this, your cop haircut mocks God. Sorry about that. That's not really the message that I wanted to get across. That's not really what I was trying to say. And I keep having this problem. I'm making these videos and I'm trying to say things, and like there's this one video that I've made like 5 times now, and I keep winding up foaming at the mouth and screaming about sucking Israeli cock. And and I don't know where, all this anger is coming from exactly. I mean, I have some idea being lied to, watching. It just seems like we could all be living in peace together, and it would be so easy to do that. You understand? That's where my anger is coming from. It seems to me that the people of the world could live in peace and figure out what is important all together, happily, no problemo, except for I'm not exactly sure why. I don't really understand why we can't do that. But it brings me back to this cop haircut thing, right? And I think that has something to do with it. I think this is a bigger symptom of like a really big problem. I think this is like a symptom, a clear symptom of a really big problem, your cop haircut. And what I really wanted to try and say the other day, I think probably what conveys more my sentiment of what I was trying to get across, is that I grew up in the 70s and 80s, right? And in the 70s and 80s, nobody had cop haircuts except for cops and military personnel and Republicans. And I think it was like, like maybe less than 50% of Republicans, honestly. 50% less than, right around 50%. I don't think it was that much more than 50%, because it just wasn't a cool thing. It wasn't, people were cool. People were cool. And now, everybody's walking around with this military style. What appears to be around 90% of American males are walking around with this military style haircut. Meanwhile, the Pentagon, the psychopaths in the Pentagon, the psychopaths in the White House are walking us into World War III. And you guys already have the fucking Nazi haircuts. It's like, goose stepping into World War III is just the next step away. And I don't get it. And I mean, seriously, in the 70s and 80s, nobody was walking around with this military style haircut. Okay? Unless you were a Nazi. I mean, not even the cops on TV had these military style haircuts. they had style and hair, and it was awesome. And not even the people who played military personnel on TV in the 70s had these fucking short military buzz cuts that you guys are all walking around in. And it really worries me, because I really do believe that with the military style haircut goes somewhat a military, at least some parts of this, militant type attitude. And if you walk around our society, I see this militant type attitude a lot of places. And I just really want to make sure that when we start goose-stepping into World War III, when we all line up and start goose-stepping together into World War III, you guys got your eyes open doing it. And like I said, this is a real symptom of something bigger that really should be looked at harder. And it really does bother me. And even the cops and the military personnel on TV in the 70s weren't pulling these fucking freaky buzz cut haircuts that 90% of the American males are walking around in now. And I don't get it. And if you think that's what's cool, I don't get that either. But whatever. Alright, so one of these days this war is going to end. I hope sooner the better. And I hope you guys will stay cool, and I'll be sure to try and make another video really soon, and hopefully it won't be foaming at the mouth when I do it. I didn't do that this time. That was pretty good. I think those cookies are cooking in. Alright, you guys, stay cool. And I do this because I love you. I don't understand why we can't all live in happiness together. In happiness and abundance. Because I know that that's an option. I see that on this planet, on this perfect little jewel of a paradise of a planet. I see that as an option, and someone's taking it from us. And you guys are so busy, I don't even know if you notice. Thanks again. Talk with you soon.
I'm the leading state sponsor of terrorism.